Hey guys, yeah, this clip you're about to see is basically of my time in South Sudan. I was on assignment there last year, in 2017. I think it's important for you guys to see the other side. So, obviously all of your time right now is probably consumed by just trying to get your foot in the door. And so, what is it actually like once you have your foot in the door? Once you actually on your first or second assignment. Now that might seem like a great place to be. It's just important to consider what's on the other side. If you achieve your goal, which you should be very proud of achieving. And this was my experience, and I certainly wasn't prepared for it. And so it's just important to consider the actual logistics of living in such a place, what your experience is dependent on, and it's dependent on a whole lot of people who are out of your control, who are there. And so it might seem nice and glamorous that you're out there doing work which is really meaningful. It's important not to get fool yourself into thinking it's meaningful when, even if it is, you might be incredibly unhappy or you might not enjoy the work. But just to give you an insight into, basically my whole time there, this is a good video. It's a lot about struggling to be in such a hardship location when you're living and working with people are incredibly unempathetic and very immature. Especially in such a location as hard as that, it's important to have a good support system. But what happens when that support system, which you're entrapped by, rejects you? So yeah, this is just a little insight into that. Let's just go into it. Let's go.
What's up, guys? So today I just want to briefly talk about sort of the social environment, right? So sometimes there will be cases where you are excluded socially. So for example, people might be talking in a circle and you might feel a bit scared to enter the circle. If you're brave enough to enter the circle because you came to something alone, like a party, or you want to try and make new friends or something, you might enter that circle. Sometimes what might happen is that group or a few people in that group might not want you to be there. And that's not personal, that is because of their own problems. They have their own insecurities and they project that on you. Sometimes people will not want you to be there. And that can be quite a lonely place. Some people just want to exclude you. They don't want to know you, they don't want anything to do with you, they don't care about what you've got to say, they don't want to accept you into a group, they don't have no allegiance to you. And you will come across these types of people, as I did today. And sometimes, when that situation arises, there's a couple of things you can do. But sometimes you have to have the self-respect, the confidence to firstly think, hey, this is not how anyone should deal or interact with a new person. That's the first thing. This idea that someone should be deserved to be treated less is anathema to equality. Just because this person, you might not like this person, or this person you don't see eye to eye with, or perhaps you've gotten to know this person a little better and you've realized actually I don't like them. If they feel excluded, or if they want to be part of something, to exclude them is probably the worst thing you could do. That's the first. The second thing is you could confront them. You say, how dare you be so rude? They will be surprised and they will immediately go on the defensive. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, I didn't mean this. It's easy to bat away things, right? Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I didn't do it on purpose, but they did, right? They just did. The third thing, which I like to do, is I walk away, but I remember that. And I think to myself, pity, because this person, if they can't simply accept someone, understand someone's loneliness, or understand how someone might want to engage in a social interaction at a social event because they feel like that's the norm, or they feel obliged to, or they feel that it's something they want to do. To go out of their comfort zone, which we've all done, and it's very hard. To make them feel on purpose exclusion, loneliness, humility is perhaps one of the worst things someone could do to another. That might happen to you. It happened to me just tonight. I was in a group and, I didn't know any. I spoke to a few guys, but I wanted to come back to my friends or the people I know more. And one of them refused to include me, okay? And it's easy to do in social interaction, right? Because it's very covert. Does that make you feel good about yourself? That you leave someone to stand alone, which are some people's worst fear. You purposefully think, hey, I don't like this person, let me exclude him. Rather than thinking, hey, wait, perhaps, even though I might not like him, or just the sheer fact that he has come to the group, to the circle, he might want to be involved a little bit. The thought process that goes in someone's mind who does that action is unfortunately less malicious and more poignant to their own problems. They may in the past have felt very lonely and isolated. They might want to do that to others. So when they left, I stood there in actual, not shock, but more awe that she had, number one, the audacity to do such a thing, and two, that this is a person who I actually have to live with for a year because I have an assignment here, essentially my housemate. So her lack of foresight and how it might affect a relationship with someone you live with. Don't think in situations like this, oh, I'm worthless. Oh, I might not be, I don't deserve attention. Or, this is why people never like me. Or, why am I always left out? What's wrong with me? It's not you. It's most of the time never you. Most of the time people are misunderstood. Other people don't give that person a chance. They have a way of viewing things or doing things, and if it's outside of that narrow idea, they don't want to know. They will not ask you questions. They will not try and get to the bottom of who you are. People don't care. Some people don't care. Others do.
That was my experience over there. It was very, I would say, isolating experience. Quite a lonely experience, but also a tiny experience in the mosaic of tiny experiences that made up my whole experience of my time there. And it primarily revolved around, in such a dangerous, high conflict place around my colleagues, my international colleagues. So yeah, I hope this helps you. I hope it's given you a bit of an insight. It was more just, a moment in time which, I was, I had all this feeling and I was just trying to vent and trying to articulate unquantifiable feeling into quantifiable things, so for example, language. So yeah, and that was it. Yeah, let me know if you liked it. If you didn't like it, that's fine. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Yeah, comment, subscribe, and I think yeah, if you guys like this kind of stuff, I've got a whole lot of loads more things like this stored away on my computer, on my hard drive. So yeah, let me know if you guys like it, and yeah. Yeah, okay, and goodbye.